Hello, beloved. It's me, Coach Carmen, the Kingdom Health, Purpose, and Wealth Coach, founder of SharingTheBliss.com, where we take you on a joyful journey to holistic health, purpose, and wealth with programs that help you to soothe your soul, heal your body, turn your pain into power, and your purpose into prosperity. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I am here today to talk to you about my experience with symptoms that were scary to me, and they would have been scary to anyone. I uh, I am going to tell you my experience of overcoming the alarming symptoms of COVID-19. Now, I want to preface a few things. First of all, I want to say that this is my story. Number two, I want to make sure that you understand if you have any symptoms, you must speak to your healthcare provider. I am not a doctor. I am a certified holistic health coach, but I am not an MD. So I'm just telling you my experience and my opinion. Okay? So that's really important that you understand that. So the first thing I want to say is that back in the beginning of March, I started to feel like I had a cold, like I had not quite a flu, but something in between. I had like achiness in my shoulder, and it was just a coincidence too that I had pulled a muscle in my shoulder. So I had a lot of pain in the shoulder. So like this whole area was achy. I had a sore throat. And I am not a person to catch colds. It's very rare that I catch a cold. I only had the flu maybe twice in my life, once that I can remember. But I did have a really bad cold a few years ago. But I normally do not catch colds, and there was no reason for me to have caught a cold. So that's why it was a little suspect to me. But I personally have been through so many different issues, physical issues in my life that were alarming, that would have been alarming to the average person. But because of my faith and because I stand on my faith, I don't just speak about faith, but I do the work of faith. So I am a doer of the word, not just a hearer only. So if and when I feel something come on, or even things like I have cut myself, I have had issue situation. One example, when I was cutting up some vegetables, and the knife cut my finger. I was chopping the vegetables, and the knife hit my finger, and I grabbed my finger. Now, in the natural, that finger should have been cut pretty bad. But I grabbed the finger and I just prayed immediately in the name of Jesus. I claim healing. Finger, you are healed. And I did what I am supposed to do as a believer. I spoke life and healing, and I said prayers over that finger and released it. And it was just like barely a cut. I've had many things like that happen to me. And I mean, even when I was sick with that blood disease, I had so many alarming symptoms, one after the next. And I saw it, but at the same time, I knew that what I saw was not the reality. The reality was the fact that, or is the fact that, and I'm speaking to believers here right now. Okay, so you can receive this. You can, if you want to listen to this and be blessed by it, it's fine. But either way, I'm pretty sure some of what I say will, you'll be able to relate to it and it will bless you. But those of you who are believers, you should know what I'm talking about for sure, right? Because the word says to call those things that be not as though they are. So in the natural, it is, but in the spirit, It really is. The natural is what you see, but in the spirit is what really is. So you have to take authority over what you see. That's what I did when I felt these symptoms. I took authority. I was not going to receive it as COVID-19. Now, again, I'm not telling you not to go see your doctor, or these days the doctors don't even want to see you. Go to a healthcare provider. I'm just telling you what I did. So I just did my spiritual work, and then I went to work physically and did my physical work. So the spiritual work, I had to make sure that I was not in vibrational alignment with that virus. I'm like, you do not belong to me. You, what? No, I'm not receiving you. I see the symptoms, but they also could be psychosomatic, because that happens too. Sometimes many times, and I'm sure there are thousands of people who have just watched the news so much that they are developing symptoms that are psychosomatic, and they could be almost as real, and they can become as real as having the virus. That's why you have to be so careful about what you let in your ear gate and your eye gate, beloved. You cannot constantly sit there and watch television that's telling you about something that you don't want and expect not to eventually get it or connect yourself to it one way or another. It's impossible. That is just a law of vibration. That is a spiritual law. What you think about, you bring about. And you have to be careful. And I've been saying this all along, take the news in doses. Don't sit there and just have a smorgasbord of news all day long. It's not healthy. It really isn't. So I don't know what happened, why I ended up feeling this way, but I did. Did my spiritual work, denounced it, and then I did my physical work. And I started to make sure that I was doing my water flush, my uh, sea salt flush that I do, which cleans out my colon, and I was doing that every morning. And my kidney liver flush, which is a tonic, which is really awesome, that you can use the ingredients in your kitchen and boom, drink it up. Really, really a wonderful way to clean out your kidneys and your liver, and really, detox all of your organs. I made sure that I was bathing and spraying, bathing with and spraying my purifying recovery blend, because this blend has essential oils that kill airborne viruses. Now, I don't know if it kills COVID-19, but I tell you one thing, it made me feel better, and I've sold tons of this purifying recovery, even back during the anthrax situation. That's when I created this blend years and years ago. And I had people who worked in the post office and offices, and a lot of people purchasing this blend. It is, first of all, to God be the glory. My blends, my aromatherapy blends, and my healing herbs are anointed, because I'm anointed. To God be the glory. Amen. So let's say that right there. Um, and because you don't know who's making up the stuff you buy, especially if you're buying from small sources, small companies, you don't know. So anyway, spraying the spray, bathing with the purifying recovery shower gel, using the oil, the massage oil, massaging my body, drinking the cold and flu tamer tea, drinking my cold and flu tamer tea. It's all organic, and getting rest. Getting rest. I had to get rest. So I chilled out for quite a while, and just, I wasn't having anybody here, and I wasn't going out, and I started to feel better. The sore throat was bothering me, like lingering on, and was like, oh no, this is annoying. This is not cool. I'm not accepting this. So continue to do spiritual work, physical work to finally be free of that. But this is what I believe, beloved. And I felt this way early on. And I've been saying it to a few of the people in my inner circle and my clients and the women and the people in the 28-day body and soul detox program and my healed whole body and soul program. I've been saying this for weeks. I believe that there will be a large number of the population who will have mild cases of this virus. A large number will have cases, will have symptoms, will have traces of it, because you can't. It is so hard to avoid touching something when you're out. It's almost impossible. And even I know people. I've seen people who put on gloves. Okay, you're putting on the gloves, great. Putting on your mask, then they'll go to the store, go to this store, they'll go someplace else. Now they have the gloves on, then they'll go into the car, get in the car with their gloves on. Now they're driving with the gloves on and they go someplace else. Now you just brought that, whatever you had on your hands, whether you have touched anything that had traces of the virus or not, your hands, your fingers from the gloves, your gloves, you have contaminated your car. Don't do that. Take the gloves off, inside out, and throw the gloves away. If you can't throw the gloves away, and please don't put the gloves in places where other people have to have to put their hands on. I saw a woman. I went to the store yesterday, and I saw a woman take her gloves. She didn't even turn them inside out. She took off her gloves and stuffed them in the shopping cart on the side in the shopping cart. And I was like, are you kidding me? Why would you do that? Get yourself a Ziploc bag and put your gloves in a bag. That is just not cool. It really isn't. It's very selfish, So anyway, I'm diverting, and digressing. Forgive me, but that just bothered me. And I know a lot of that stuff is going on. So please be conscious of what you're doing. Get some Ziploc bags and put your stuff in the bag, and then you can throw that whole Ziploc bag away. Or keep the Ziploc bag in the car, and every time you need to change your gloves or whatever, put the gloves in the car, in the Ziploc bag. Okay, so and turn the gloves inside out. Don't touch the gloves with your hands after you've used the gloves. All right, so now I forgot where I was. I was saying that there's different categories. So you cannot, it's very hard to go out and not touch anything. So that's why I feel that there are a lot of people with mild cases, a lot, thousands and thousands of people with mild cases who have not even been checked. And maybe they have been checked. And now in that category, I believe that there are people who in that category may be carriers, and then there's some people in that category that are not carriers. This is what I feel in my spirit. And the ones who are so then you have people who have symptoms that are mild, then you have people who have symptoms that are pretty intense, but they're still mild cases. They're not sick enough to the virus have not gotten into their lungs, or if it did, it may have hit the lungs, but it did not. You had enough antibodies in your body. There was enough. You had a strong enough immune system that you were able to, to cause a virus not to develop. So it kind of like aborted. That's what I believe. And I think that's why so many people do have symptoms. But and I also believe that the people who had symptoms, but they feel good and they're not carriers, like they have developed a natural immunity, which is a wonderful thing. Because I'll tell you right now, you're not going to give me a vaccination for some mess. I don't even know what you're putting in my body. And we have to fight that is not going to be a law where we are all forced to get some shot. There are so many videos and teachings about vaccinations and how dangerous they are. I mean, I have personal stories of people who had vaccinations, children, a couple who both of their children were vaccinated, and both of their children, they were around the same age, little children, developed retardation. I just forget it because, first of all, our immune system doesn't really receive a vaccination. It just doesn't work with the natural body system to have some type of um, foreign agent go into the body that is some form of disease through the skin. Your body naturally knows how to receive something like that in through the throat. The tonsils know what to do. The tonsils will say, okay, there's something wrong here. This is not supposed to be. Um, this is a foreign thing that is not good. Let's see what's going on. So the tonsils will just investigate, and then the tonsils will release that foreign situation into the body, and then the natural body immune system knows what to do. And generally, your body knows, okay, well, we're going to get rid of this, but now we're familiar with it. We see what the structure is, and now when it comes back, we know how to get rid of it. And and I think that's what's happening with a lot of people with the virus. This is good news. So if you feel symptoms, you can go, it can be one of two things. It can become full blown because symptoms are symptoms. Now, if you're getting early symptoms, that symptom can become a full blown virus, or it can be a mild case. What I'm saying is that determination can be up to you. That determination can be up to you. How is it up to you, Coach Garman? It's up to you by what you do to protect your immune system. So you must build up your immune system and you must build up yourself spiritually. Two things. You have to build yourself up spiritually. How do you do that, beloved? As I said, you do that by, first of all, stop watching the news, because you're watching the news, you're going to weaken your immune system. That right there, when you hear these stories, the case studies, and what's going on, our bodies are not created to hold on to that much trauma and drama and be okay. So you have to stop watching the news like that, especially if when you have symptoms. Now, as I said, call up your healthcare provider. I did not do that. But I'm telling you, if you don't have enough faith or whatever, I'm just saying, regardless of what, you should call up your healthcare provider and let them know what's going on with you. Do that, okay? I'm one of the small percentage of people that, have my own way of, that's a whole nother thing. Me in the medical matrix, I love medical profession, what they're doing. It's amazing. Those people out there, the doctors, the nurses. I have friends who are nurses. I have a first cousin who's an MD. I have, I know of it doesn't matter whether I know them or not. I pray for them every day. I plead the blood over them every day. They are warriors. They are amazing. But it's our responsibility to stay strong and healthy so that we don't wear them out. So, I mean, as soon as you have a sign to run to the doctor, go if you need to go. But I'm giving you some things you can do immediately. And then more than likely, you're going to be okay. But let me also preface this by saying, if you have pre-existing issues, if you have any type of autoimmune illnesses, disease, if you have any type of lung issues, if you have any physical issues that are, those issues may be weakening your immune system, you definitely want to go to the doctor. You definitely want to contact your healthcare provider, right? So if you normally don't have any physical issues and you get the symptoms, this is primarily what I'm talking about. And these are the people who I'm primarily talking to. Okay? So if you normally don't have any physical illnesses, and then all of a sudden you're starting to get this cold, you're starting to feel these symptoms, you can either decide that this is going to be full blown or it's going to be a mild case. If it's to be, it's up to me right there. How? By, first of all, speaking the word only, denouncing it, stop watching the news, do your spiritual work. Psalm 91, take it like medicine all day long, all day long. Read that psalm, speak it over your life, denounce this. Remember what Christ have done, what he's done on Calvary's cross. He's redeemed us from every curse, every disease, every virus, right? Then you have to do your physical work. Stop eating the meat. Stop eating all the sugar. Build up your immune system. This is apple cider vinegar water. I drink this at least one of these a day, right? And all it is just like 2 or 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar water and a quart of good water. Right? So, and then, so you're eating food that's going to help build up your immune system. You're eating organic food. You're eating healthy food, right? And you're taking your supplements. You're definitely doing, like I said, the salt flush, cleaning out your colon, the kidney liver flush, building up your immune system that way. And if you have, I definitely suggest, and believe me, I'm suggesting this because I have so many testimonials of my cold and flu tamer. You would be amazed. But if you have something better, go for it. I'm suggesting this because it's awesome. The cold and flu tamer tea has all of these herbs in here that are, they open up your chest, release the mucus, cleans out your lungs. It's amazing. Anytime anybody in my inner circle, they start feeling symptoms of anything that's related to cold and flu tamer, done. And it's certified organic. And then, like I said, the Purify and Recovery blend, because you want to breathe this in. This, you can't breathe in Lysol like this. This, you spray it, opens you up. I mean, it has oregano oil and ginger and tea tree and several other essential oils in it. It's amazing. So let me see. Did I say everything I wanted to say? It's my opinion. Yeah, I think I did. I'm reading this without my glasses, like I know, like I can really read it. Anyway, so then you have the full blown. So the full blown can happen to you if you already have some pre-existing illness. That's when still do what I told you to do, beloved, but make sure you get to the hospital, get to the clinic, get to wherever you need to go where there's a healthcare provider. But beloved, if you already have symptoms, I mean, if you already have a pre-existing illness, then why are you eating all the sugar? Why are you know, business as usual, eating all the ice cream and all of the junk food? The fast food restaurants are open, I know, but that doesn't mean that you should be eating there. You have to build yourself up spiritually and physically, especially if you're already sick. All right? I love you. I love you. You think this is easy? This is not easy coming on here on YouTube, on Facebook, and sharing this like this. But this is my mandate. This is what I've been called to do. And, to God be the glory. So that's it. The other thing is the detox, I forgot to say, but we're having the next 28-day body and soul detox is happening this Saturday. It starts this Saturday. Do the detox, beloved. Everybody's talking about it now. I've been teaching and facilitating my 28-day body and soul detox for almost 9 years now. Almost 9 years. Now people are getting on the bandwagon. Everybody's talking about detoxing because you need to detox. You need to clean out your colon, clean out your blood, clean out your organs. And the wonderful thing about the 28-day body and soul detox is that it's spiritual as well. It's a soul detox. We deal with the soul issue. Before you deal with the fruit, you got to figure out what's going on with the roots, the root system, what's causing it. That's one thing about the medical matrix. They don't get down to the nitty gritty to find out why you're sick, why you're overweight, why you can't lose weight, why you can't, why you're constantly having colds and flus and sinus infections every season, even with the allergies. Do you know you can detox your body and be free from allergens? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's amazing. There are people I've had several people, several clients who have told me, "Oh, I can't eat apple. I'm allergic to this. I'm allergic to that." And then in my spirit, I just felt, let them try this. And I would make something that had that ingredient, whether it was, a nut. I have a client and very good friend who was allergic to nuts. I mean, she could not eat nuts, can't eat nuts, can't eat nuts. She came to one of my raw food classes and I was making desserts with nuts. And I told her to taste it and see, because usually if you're allergic, you can tell right away your throat starts getting scratchy, different things. And she was like, I don't feel bad. This is weird. She started eating more. She ate more. She felt fine. Come to find out, and this is what happens a lot, people are not allergic to that particular food. They're allergic to the pesticides that's used to grow that food. Again, be very careful if you have allergic reactions. My brother-in-law died because he was allergic to peanuts. Yeah, my only brother-in-law, my husband's only brother. And it was, ugh, he had diabetes. He wasn't eating well. And he was also, at the time that he was eating the peanuts, he was waiting for some Chinese food. And he was also, he had I don't know, some kind of drink, alcoholic beverage. Still, it shouldn't have happened. But at the same time, beloved, like I'm saying, if you have a precondition, you have to be even more aware of what you're eating, and you want to detox and clean out your body. All right? Okay, that's it. Go to sharingthebliss.shop if you're interested in my Purifying Recovery And now I have the shower gel in a pump, which is great. Okay. And this is great because you can wash your hands with it. So that's what I do. When I get home, I wash my hands with it. So you're supposed to sing the happy birthday song twice when you get home, wash your hands. So I just change the words of the song to make it a little more like of an affirmation. I'll tell you that. I'll give you the words to that some other time, but and I'll say it twice, make sure my hands are clean. And again, this has all of the essential oils in here that different viruses and different, what do you call it, bacteria don't like. But yet it's mild, it's gentle, it's beautiful. So that you can do sharingthebliss.shop instead of .com, okay? And my products are on there. And also the detox, the 28-day body and soul detox is on there as well. And at a three-part pay. And you can also call me if you want to have a complimentary transformation activation session with me. You can call my office at 718-273-9772. Okay? All right. So that's it, beloved. So good to be here with you. I love you. I'm praying for you. We're going to get through this. It's going to be all right. We're going to get through it. Okay? All right. Love you. Bye-bye.